Today's story is Gilbert Goldfish Wants a Pet. The author is Kelly DiPuccio and it's illustrated by Bob Shea. Gilbert Goldfish wants a pet. It looks like he's holding a leash with an empty collar. Have you ever seen a goldfish with a pet? To any outsider, Gilbert had everything a goldfish could ever want. He has a clean bowl, he has a fun little castle, decorations. It does look like he has everything. A magnificent stone castle, a treasure chest full of gold, and a feast of tasty flakes that fell from the sky just in time for breakfast each day. But the one thing Gilbert did not have was the very thing that he most desperately wanted: a pet. Sometimes he imagined his pet would be small, like a ladybug, or sometimes big, the size of a horse, a goldfish with a horse, or sometimes really big. Oh, that's just silly. Sometimes Gilbert imagined his pet would have fur, or feathers, or floppy ears. But every day and always, Gilbert imagined what it would be like to have a pet to care for and love. Oh, he looks sad and lonely. Then one day, Gilbert woke up to find a dog barking at him. Bark, bark, bark. Gilbert blinked his eyes to make sure he wasn't dreaming. The dog wagged his tail and licked his bowl. Gilbert swam around and around in happy circles. The dog ran around and around in happy circles too. A pet, Gilbert glubbed. I have a pet. The dog barked and barked and barked some more. Bark, bark, bark. Gilbert never dreamed that his pet would be so noisy. Or actually, so thirsty. Yikes. A week passed and a very tired Gilbert woke up, and the barky bark dog was gone. The castle was quiet again. And Gilbert was just a teensy bit relieved. Maybe they were just taking care of somebody else's dog. If he was relieved, maybe a dog wasn't the right pet for him. A few days later, Gilbert noticed a small gray mouse peering at him through the glass. Gilbert's little fishy heart went pitter, patter, swish. The mouse licked his paws and sniffed the bowl. Gilbert swam around and around in happy circles. And the mouse, who thought Gilbert was a large chunk of cheddar cheese, ran around and around in circles too. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Oh, a pet, Gilbert glubbed happily. I have a quiet pet. The mouse sniffed and sniffed, and he sniffed some more. Remember, he thinks Gilbert is cheese. When the hungry mouse determined that Gilbert was not, in fact, a block of cheese, she ran away. And she never came back. Gilbert's little fishy heart went pitter, patter, plop. Poor Gilbert. More time passed, and Gilbert had just about given up on his dream when a fly landed on the rim of his bowl. Well, hello there, little fellow, Gilbert called out cheerfully. The startled fly buzzed around in circles. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Gilbert jumped up, and the wide-eyed fly was there to greet him right in mid-air. A pet, Gilbert glubbed. I have a quiet, friendly thwack. Uh-oh. Does anyone know what that is? A fly swatter. Oh, my poor fly. And poor Gilbert. He cried enough tears to fill a 10-gallon aquarium. Look at that. It's dripping everywhere. Gilbert is having no luck finding a pet. In the morning, Gilbert opened his eyes. Somebody was watching him. Gilbert gulped. Somebody flicked its long tail and wiry whiskers. Gilbert cautiously swam around and around in circles, and somebody followed. I wonder if you can tell what the somebody is. And Gilbert doesn't look super happy this time. I wonder why. Gilbert jumped. Somebody jumped too. Gilbert thought, eyeing the curious new creature before him. Not too loud, not too rude, and not too squished, like the fly. A pet, Gilbert glubbed. I have the perfect pet. Have you figured out what it is yet? You look kind of hungry, Gilbert said. Would you like to join me for breakfast? The creature moved in closer and closer and closer, and then took a big bite of a delicious green flake. The pink ones are really good too, Gilbert said with a smile. Is this what you thought his pet was? I was thinking he was a little bit in danger because maybe it was a cat. But it looks more like a catfish. Would you like me to show you around the castle? Now, Gilbert really does have everything a goldfish could ever want, including a pet, Fluffy.